morning. I wanted to share a bit more about my process, as I had a quite big experience this weekend. Things have progressed and moved forward after that I wanted to share a little bit about. And first of all, I would like to mention, as I was editing the last episode, I realized how I word different things, especially the word energy release. That's not, well, it is an energy release. However, what I've been doing is to remove blockages, because why I want to point this out is because I know I have a way of expressing myself as, oh, I had this big release, I had this big release. I mean, an energy release can also be that you are still in your loop and that you are experiencing the same trauma over and over again, but we can mistake it as moving forward and having removing a blockage or releasing a trauma. So it feels better for me to say that it's more what happened, that I released, that I removed an energy blockage, because I had a big blockage in my solar plexus and also in my stomach and also in my chest. So when I remove those blockages, the energy can move more freely and the body it feels like I get more energy and I feel more vital because the chi can flow freely in the body. And as I did that this weekend, I felt that there was something going on with my stomach. I did remove a lot of blockages in the stomach as well. However, I felt that there was still some left. So I booked an appointment with my Chi Nei Tsang teacher, and I went to see her yesterday. And that was a very, very interesting session. That my stomach was very, very tight. Everything hurt a lot, and I experienced that it was highly uncomfortable. And then for me that means that there are things that I need to work through there. I've seen her many times during these years, but it's like the body, we go through layers, and this time I really discovered new layers. And so we kept working through the stomach, and it was highly uncomfortable, and I don't remember which points it was that we worked through, but at some point I started to kind of twist and turn my back, and because I felt I felt like blockage in my lower back, or in my mid back, and I have an old rib boat injury there. We were out at a way too high sea, and the waves were like 6-7 meters, and we hit the water very, very hard, and I did something with my back that it's been there for, maybe that's 20 years ago. And so then she started working on my lower back, and she did a stretch, like a twisting stretch that opened up that area. And since I had removed the energy blockage in the front, I could access the area in the back finally, because I've been doing millions of these things in the past without any any real success. And now when she opened this up, it was so much tension and emotion stored there that I was able to open up and let go of, and that was amazing. And I feel now the freedom I feel in the front after the session Saturday, I now feel also in the back. So now it feels like the upper body and the lower body can really connect, which makes practices like yin yoga much more amazing, because now I can really feel what I'm doing, and I can feel now when this is not like a big package in the middle. I realize next step is my psoas and my hip flexors and my hip area. So I will continue to work on that. And I also, in this Chi Nei Tsang session yesterday, I released and let go of a lot of guilt. And I think that the guilt was, so in the Chi Nei Tsang, you work through, so Chi Nei Tsang is abdominal massage that comes from the traditional Chinese system, that every main organ is connected to an emotion, and by the massage for the different organs you can release that emotion that is stored within the organs. And you also release a lot of tension and knots, and gain more circulation in the stomach, because it's a hub for stress and emotional blockages that really is good to work through occasionally, all the time. So the sexual organ is a spot right over the pubic bone, and that spot is connected to worry. And when I detoxed that worry, I also released a lot of guilt, and I didn't even realize how much that affected my existence and my belief systems and how I viewed myself and my everyday life. And it's such a big relief after yesterday's session. It's amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend the Chi Nei Tsang. Me and Simba, both me and Simba are trained within the Chi Nei Tsang, and we always say that we will give each other treatments, but we never do. So sometimes it's good to make sure to get the treatment from someone else. Lucky is here. Do you want to come say hi? No. Okay, that's it for now. Yeah, today is I am having a lot of detox symptoms. I started last night with a lot of cravings, and so I've been hungry after I removed the energy blockages. I've been very hungry, um, but not in a in a. It's just been hunger. It didn't go to anything else. But last night uh, it developed into cravings, and I started to feel a little bit agitated and very uncomfortable. And this morning it's kind of developed a little bit, and we did a deep yin yoga session, which was very nice. Felt like things. I felt a little bit stuck before we did the yin yoga, and then started to move a little bit. I went out for a walk about 5 a.m. I was very tired, but I felt it's good to move a little bit. And after that, it's been very low energy, and so I feel this the dry fasting is healing the adrenals very deep, and yeah, one of the detox symptoms is to because the adrenals are connected to the stress, and so when they heal fast, all of that can come up, and I'm experiencing a lot of stress. I have I'm not I mean I have I have a lot of things to do before we leave next week, and all of that all of a sudden felt very overwhelming. And but I'm very structured, and I know what to do, so I can just look at what I need to do and decide, okay, what do I have to do and what do I want to do. And so I just managed, like, okay, this is the things that I have to do, and it's like, what's the timeline on that? There's nothing urgent. And then, so what do I want to do? And so after yoga, I just went to relax a little bit and feel like, okay, what do I want to do? And I felt a little bit cold, so I felt like, okay, I just bring my notebook and structure my day, and I go into the sun and just relax and enjoy and just warm myself in the sun and get the energy from the sun. And that, so I was like, okay, I'm going to stay here until I feel a little bit better, and that's what I did. So that felt really good. And then I slowly started going through the things that I need to do, and yeah, it's like I feel overwhelmed and stressed, and start one thing and then start another, and I can feel my old stress pattern coming up again, and it's like feeling like, oh, there's so many things, but then it's like I know that it's not real, and so I just take one thing at a time and allow things to be as it is, and step by step I work through whatever I need to do. So it's not a real issue, it's just very like uncomfortable feeling. And now I'm getting a headache, and I start to feel my kidneys. I haven't felt anything from my kidneys for many weeks, but now they are like a little bit warm and start glowing. So I will see around 12 I will break the dry fast for today. So we'll see how it feels after, and I will just continue to take it slow today and just like methodically go through what I need to do, and no rush, and allow the body to kind of rest. And yeah, so the headache is coming here. And I also, yesterday I also started to have a little bit of physical detox symptoms that I haven't had for a while. I was I started to feel like aches and pains in my body, and a little bit of like light fever, but that was after I broke the fast, I think, and then I had some fruits and smoothie bowls, and then kind of went away. And then, yeah, late evening it started with with the cravings, and yeah, and yeah. So yeah, last night and today this morning, I was like fixated with the food. So I started to because we're not going to be super strict with the food on the honeymoon. So then I started like, like looking into the menus of the hotel and like, oh, what can we eat? What can we not? So I started to obsessing a little bit about the food, and also, what else was it? Oh yeah, I start feeling like, oh, I'm going to sabotage the whole process on this week. Maybe I shouldn't eat anything. Maybe I should still be on the detox on the trip. And I start like, my mind started to like, oh, what about this? What about this? Oh, this is, then it's not going to work. And what about the parasites? If you eat rice and cooked food, then all the parasites will come back, and then everything will be gone. All the hard work that you've done is like, oh no, what's going to happen? And then I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's like, it's life, and that's what's gonna happen. If it is that way, it is that way. So it's part of the journey, and I know that I will go back to work on my health after the honeymoon as well. So, and I mean, it's not going to be all down the drain, but yeah, we will see what happens. But that's what happened anyway. With, yeah, my mind started making it to a problem, which is not. So now I feel the stress is calming down a little bit, but then I start to feel the kidneys, and yeah, enjoying the ride.